We got Michigan State, Louisville in the round of 32. Michigan State 4.5 point favorites in this one. Louisville coming off of an 83-79 win over USF, which a lot of people predicted USF to win this one because Michael Brown did not play in this game. He was not going to be playing in this game. And it was also confirmed earlier today that Michael Brown will not be playing in this game against Michigan State for Louisville. At the end of the day, though, that did not matter for Louisville against USF. This is a Louisville team that takes a lot of threes. This is a Louisville team that shot the ball extremely well from three, 52%, 13 for 25 from three. This is a Louisville team, according to Bart Torvik, that shoots about 36% from three. About their three-point rate, it's about fourth in the country. This is a Louisville team that if Michigan State is not ready to guard the three, which they did much better against North Dakota State, this is a team that can make a lot of shots. That is really the biggest danger when you're going up against this Louisville team, is just their ability to make shots. They were able to make shots against USF, and it really seemed like Louisville was going to kind of control this game until USF really made Louisville quite a bit uncomfortable. In this one, I think Preston was obviously a big factor of that, but Isaac McNeely was a big part of really the offense for Louisville. You also have to mention, obviously, their other guard, Ryan Conwell. He was really good for Louisville against USF. I think that's going to be really the biggest test for Michigan State. Ryan Conwell and Isaac McNeely. I think those two are going to be guys that Michigan State's going to have to come ready to play against. I also think Michigan State, they can guard the perimeter much better like they did against North Dakota State. I think this is going to be a game where MSU could absolutely win. Michigan State should be able to be effective down low. Michigan State's going to have to get in transition. This is a Louisville team that defensively, they are very, very fast. They are very, very aggressive. This is a Louisville team that is not afraid to play great defense. This is a Louisville team that has played a little bit physical in the past, but also USF played it very, very physical as well. This is a Louisville team that is not 100% healthy. This is a Louisville team that does a decent job of protecting the ball, but they also don't force a ton of turnovers, even though they are a little bit aggressive. Offensive rebounding is going to be a big, big part of this for Michigan State and Louisville. Louisville is really good at preventing offensive rebounds. Michigan State is very good at offensive rebounding and rebounding in general. I think this is a game that Michigan State should absolutely win the rebounding battle. I think this is a game where MSU just needs to come out and hit shots because this is a Louisville team that gives up about 32% from three, 48.9% from the field. Free throws, they don't give up a ton of free throws either. They don't foul a whole ton. This is really going to be one of those games where Michigan State's not only going to have to shoot well, they're going to have to defend well. And if Michigan State comes out and really forces Louisville into difficult shots, Michigan State forces Louisville to not make those shots if they don't make their shots in general. I think this is a game where Michigan State can get comfortable. And while at the end of the day it is around 32, it's a 4.5 point favorite for Michigan State. It's not going to be a game that probably will end up being that way because Michigan State has to play well. It starts with Jackson Kohler. In my opinion, I think Jackson Cole, if he hits a couple of threes really early on, I think that really, really helps Michigan State, especially offensively. Carson Cooper down low is going to be absolutely massive. And then Jeremy Fears, right? Jeremy Fears is the general. If he's a guy that doesn't feel like he has to score for Michigan State, I think that is the most dangerous Michigan State can be. Because if he can truly get his guys open, they can hit their shots consistently, this is going to be a team that should be able to make some noise in this tournament. Now, this is a really good Louisville team. This is a Louisville team that you cannot take for granted. This is a Louisville team that if they get hot, they can run you out of the building. This is also a Louisville team that you can make uncomfortable. I think if you're Michigan State, you want to get off to a good start like you did against North Dakota State. You want to hit some shots really early. You want to run Louisville off the three-point line. And if they're going to continue to take threes, which they have shown that they are able and will do, force them into difficult threes. Force them to take shots with their hands in their face. Like, just continue to do that. If they hit their shots, oh well. Michigan State's going to have to be better at rotating. Michigan State's going to have to continue their defensive performance that they did against North Dakota State, but this is a more athletic, this is a taller Louisville team than they have faced. This is a Louisville team that has size. This is a Louisville team, again, good defensive overall team, and it's a team that does a good job of sharing the ball. This is a game that obviously Tom Izzo is going to be ready for. This team's going to be ready for. Cam Ward's going to be a big part of what Michigan State's going to need. But I think really stopping the three from Michigan State is obviously going to be the key. Rebounding, win the rebound battle. If you can get offensive rebounds, hit shots from the outside, get going offensively, and do not go on a run where you do not score. Michigan State did that against North Dakota State. I believe they went on maybe a 3 or 4 minute lull of not making a single bucket. This is when that needs to stop for Michigan State. If Michigan State wants to win this game, if you do that, Louisville's going to find a way back into that game. Just come out fast, come out playing strong, hit shots, attack the offense, rebound in general, force Louisville into playing your type of game. And if you do that, this is going to be a game that Michigan State can absolutely win. But this is a Louisville team that likes to run. And I think if you're Michigan State, you want to be more than happy to do that. If you can get on a transition, get out to Cohen Carr, force Louisville into mistakes, force Louisville into difficult shots. I think that's eventually the key for Michigan State in this one. And I think they can absolutely do that. But still a good Louisville team, still a team that can get hot. We're going to see obviously how Louisville plays without Michael Brown. In this one, I think Michigan State's obviously a better team than USF. USF was right there at the end. I don't know if Michigan State can do the press that they did or really force Louisville into as many turnovers as they kind of did towards the end. But if Michigan State can stick around, if Michigan State can get off to a fast start, they can hit shots, they can force Louisville into difficult twos, long threes. That's going to be the biggest part of this game, and Michigan State can absolutely come out with a victory. But let me know your thoughts. Who do you think wins this game? Who do you think ends up falling a little bit short? If this is something that you like, feel free to like, subscribe, comment. Please share this with friends, family as well. Try and grow this channel. I'll obviously recap this game after it happens, but thanks for tuning in and tune in to the next episode.